Welcome to another part of Literacy Adventures with Ali. I hope you have been enjoying all the adventures with me so far. Today's adventure is actually an extension of our last adventure, which was about pronunciation, because it's in continuation to the topic of pronunciation. Pronunciation is a very vast topic, and in today's topic, we'll be addressing three main things, but our focus will be on one of them. The first is homophones, the second is homonyms, and the third is homographs. Our focus in today's adventure will be on homographs. Homographs are words in the English language which are actually spelt the same, but they have different meanings and different pronunciations as well. They're slightly tricky, especially for new language users and speakers, which is why I have decided to choose this particular topic in today's video. Happy learning! If you want to know more about me, you can check out my bio in the About section of my channel. Or if you work in an institution and want me to conduct training sessions for your students or your staff, then you may contact me at the email address shown on the screen. You can also contact me if you want me to make a video on a particular topic for you. Welcome to part 2 of our adventure with pronunciation. In our last adventure with pronunciation, I had discussed the correct pronunciation of some commonly mispronounced words. I hope it was beneficial, useful, and informative for you. And in today's session, we are going to talk about homographs. Before we begin to talk about homographs, let's talk about homophones, homonyms as well. Homophones are words that sound the same but are spelled differently, like two, and pair, and so on and so forth. Homonyms are words that are spelled the same and pronounced the same, but they have different meanings. For example, fair, and scale, and bear. Homographs, on the other hand, are words that have the same spellings but different pronunciations and different meanings as well. Once again, remember, homographs are words that have the same spelling but different pronunciation and different meaning. The reason why I have chosen to make a video on this topic is because a lot of people are not even aware of the alternate pronunciations and meanings of certain common words used in the English language. The first pair of homographs is an easy one. The spelling is the same, but one is pronounced as lead and the other one is pronounced as led. Lead means to influence someone or something and be a leader, whereas lead is a chemical from which pencils are made. The second pair of homographs is Polish with a capital P and Polish. Both are spelled exactly the same, but Polish means someone who belongs to Poland, and it's a proper noun, so we use it with a capital P. And the other one means to polish, which means to rub and shine something. The next pair of homographs is wind and wind. Wind, as we all know, is a breeze, but wind means to turn or twist something, like a clock. The next pair of homographs is wound and wound. Wound on the left is the past tense of wind, which we just learned. Wound, on the other hand, is an injury. This is a little tricky, which a lot of people get confused between. The two words at the top are pronounced differently but spelled the same way. The one on the left is pronounced desert with a single S, and the one on the right at the top is dessert, also with a single S. The trouble is that there is another word in the English language which means dessert
as in a sweet dish, which is spelled with a double S, as you can see at the bottom of the right hand side screen. Please remember that the desert, as in sand, is spelled with a single S. However, the same word is also pronounced as dessert, the meaning of which changes. Desert means when you abandon someone at the time of need. Dessert, on the other hand, with a double S means sweet dish and is pronounced the same way as dessert, as in to abandon someone. The next pair of homographs is does and does. DOE doe is actually a female deer. So if there are more than one, we call them does. However, the same word is pronounced as does, as in a verb, do and does. The next pair is minute and minute. Both are spelled exactly the same way but have different pronunciations and different meanings. Minute is 60 seconds and minute means tiny. The next pair is bow and bow. Bow has two meanings. The one on the left, one is a ribbon that we tie in the shape of a bow tie, and the same one below it is a bow and an arrow, which is also pronounced as a bow. The one on the right hand side is when you take a bow or when you bow down in front of someone, and also the front part of a ship is also known as a bow. The next pair is row and row. The one on the left is row, that means to have a quarrel with someone or a fight with someone, and the one on the right has two meanings. One is a row, as in a row of people or row of chairs, and it also means to row a boat. The next pair is present and present. Present means to show, and present means either now or a gift. The next pair is conduct and conduct. The one on the left is conduct, as in conducting an experiment. The one on the right means conduct, which means behavior, the opposite of which is misconduct. The next pair of homographs is little known. Not many people know about this. The one on the left means combine, which means to mix, and the one on the right is spelled exactly the same way but is pronounced as combine. A combine is a harvesting machine. The next pair is dove and dove. Dove is the past tense of dive, as in dive into a swimming pool, or he dove into the swimming pool. And dove is the international symbol of peace. The next pair is produce and produce. Produce means to manufacture, but produce means fresh vegetables or fruits. The last pair of homographs for today's adventure is content and content. Content means items, and content means to be satisfied. Thank you so much for joining me on today's adventure. Till next time, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.